take down these 4 steps of notes here. Let me erase this while I got it going on. And so, oh, sorry. Let me just pause the film for you. Carson just told me to stop playing with the P. That was Carson, everybody. All right, everybody, I'm going to talk real loud so you can hear me from the microphone up here. So I want to know how many centimeters are in 7 meters, and we're going to look at rule number 1. Carson, what's rule number 1 say?
It says write the given.
So what's the given number there, Carson?
It's 7.
7 meters, exactly right. So you're going to write the number and the unit down. After that, Kaylee, what's it say to do? Number 2. Very good. It says to write the conversion factor down. So we're going to write down this ratio here. Looks like a big old fraction. And so it says write the conversion factor. And then what's it say after that, Kaylee? Exactly right, with the given unit on the bottom. So what's the given unit, Kaylee? Man, you're fast. It's meters. So we're going to put meters on the bottom. And the unit you're trying to find goes where, Haley? Right on the top. So what unit are you trying to find, Kaylee? Centimeters. Great job. Now, after that, we go to rule number 3. Taya, how are you today? That's great. Let's go to number 3. Place a what? What's it say? Place a 1 next to what? Keep reading. That has a prefix. So therefore, which one of these units has a prefix, Taya? It's the centa, because that's when you're taking a quiz on. So therefore, I'm going to put a 1 next to the centa because it has a prefix. Now, the next part of number 3 says what, Ian? And the number the prefix stands for next to the base unit. So what does centa stand for, Ian? That's right, 100th. So I'm going to put 100th right here. So I'm going to take 7 times 1, it gives you 1, or 7 rather. 7 divided by 100th gives you 700. And so therefore these meters cancel out and you're left with 700 centimeters. This next one's going to get a little tricky because there's 2 units and one of them is not a base unit. You see how they both have prefixes in it? So this dam unit right here has a prefix in it. Well, dam meaning decameter, and this prefix unit right here is a decimeter. So you got to know the difference between the dam units and the DMs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow those directions first. And so Trevor, what's the first rule you do? Write the given unit down. So I'm going to put 111 DMs down there. I don't know how to go from DMs to dams. So therefore, I got to go from DMs to what? Meters. So I'm going to put the DM on the bottom because the given unit goes on the bottom. The unit I'm trying to find goes up on top. Since DM is a prefixed unit, let's see. Trey, what are you going to put next to it? What number are you going to put next to a prefix unit? Number 1. Very good. And whatever that prefix stands for is what you're going to put next to the base unit. So what did deci stand for, Julian? Nailed it. 0.1. There, because there's a decimal. 0.1. Then you're going to know that I went from decimeters and they canceled out to meters, but that's not what the question asked for. The question asked for this unit up here to go to decameters. So now I got to go from meters to decameters. Well, meters is on top. Amanda, where do you have to put it to cancel it out? On the bottom. And so I'm going to put decameters up here on top. What number do you always put next to a prefixed unit, Taylor? Exactly right, 1. And there are 10 years in a decade. So Zion, what did the prefix deca stand for? 10. So now you multiply all the top numbers, you divide the bottom numbers. So 111 times 0.1 gives you 11.1. Divide that by 10 gives you 1.11. And your last unit is decameters because all the rest canceled out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing I want you to do is get out your agenda. Now, this is Carson's agenda. You can see this is his Potty Pass page right here. But we're not going to be on page 37. We're going to go to page R8. That stands for Resource Page 8. Thank you, Carson, for letting me borrow this. And so if you look at page R8, you'll see that there's all those prefixes that you had to learn up here at the very, very top. So there's kilo and hecto and deca and all that. And then it tells you down here how many feet are in an inch, or 12-inch, or a foot 12 inches, and it tells you that a cup is 8 fluid ounces, and so forth and so forth. Now down here about midway down, it gives you all the metric conversions from metric to English. So if you're looking up here, it says that 1 centimeter is, to get to inches, you multiply by 0.39. Now, here's what I think you should do on your agenda on page R8. If you put ones next to each one of these little units right here, it makes it real easy. So watch what I'm doing here. That means that 1 centimeter is now 0.39 inches. 1 inch is now 2.54 centimeters. See that? So now we're going to use these conversion factors that are in your agenda on page R8 to do these next problems that we're about ready to do. Okay, so now we're going from English to metric, and I'm sorry I just pulled this over and probably can't hear me very well, so pull this back over here. All right, so I want to know how many miles are in 10 kilometers. Micah, we're going to start with you. Read number 1 for me. So the given number is what? 10 kilometers. Now you're going to put your little conversion factor like we did before. What's the stuff number 2? Who have I called on lately? Let's go back to Miss Lily. Yeah, conversion factor with given unit on the bottom. What's the given unit, Lily? Kilometers. Good job. And what's the unit you're trying to find? Miles. Nailed it. Good job. Now what you have to do is you have to look in your agenda and find out how many miles were in a kilometer or how many kilometers were in a mile. And you might, yeah. Good job. 0.62 miles are in 1 kilometer. Okay. Now, you don't necessarily have to put the 1 next to the kilo unit this time because it's whatever it says in your agenda that you're going to put it next to. And so now you take 10 times 0.62, that gives you 6.2. The kilometers cancel out and you're left with miles. And so that's how you do metric to English conversions. Okay, these next ones get really tough because there are 2 different units in each one that's given to you. So now I want to know how many miles per hour in 36 meters per second. So the number that's given to you, I have not picked on poor Alex all day. Alex, what's the number that's given to you?
36.
36 meters per second. Now watch really closely how I write this. I'm going to keep the numbers on top of each other. So I'm not putting a slash. I'm putting a little bar, so meters is on top, seconds on the bottom. That's going to be really important when you have these really long conversion factors. Okay. Now let's go to the next one here. I need to get from meters to miles per hour, but I don't know how to go from meters to miles. I only know how to go from meters to kilometers. So let's do that one first. All right. Deidre, do you remember if the meters is on top and you want it to cancel out, where do you got to put it? On the bottom. Very good. So I'm going to put meters on the bottom, kilometers on top. Since kilometers has a prefix, Emma, what do you put next to it? Very good. A 1. And what did the prefix kilo stand for, Bethany? That's right. They're going to kill you if you don't pay your $1,000 over there in a church parking lot. So that gives you 1,000 right there. But that only makes the meters cancel out. I got to get the kilometers to cancel out. And I got to get to miles. So Zach, where are you going to put the kilometers to get them to cancel out if they're on top here? On the bottom. You're going to put miles on top. And then you look in your little agenda of knowledge there. And it said, Darren, you had that before. What was it again? It said that 0.62 miles in 1 kilometer. Good job, champ. Now, that gets the kilometers to cancel out here. But I don't want miles per second. I want miles per hour. So let's get the seconds to cancel out. And this is why I put the seconds underneath the bar here. So to get the seconds to cancel out, if they're on the bottom here, let's see, let's go back to Nathan. Where are you going to put them if you want your seconds to cancel out and they're on the bottom here? On the top, very good. I'm going to put seconds up here. Does anybody know how many seconds are in an hour?
3,600.
Look at you, Carson. So I'm going to put 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. Then we're going to multiply all the top numbers, and we're going to hit divide it by among all the bottom numbers, and let's see what we get here. And so the answer you end up getting is 80.352. Thanks to Celeste and Taylor for figuring that out. Miles per hour.